maybe it's seen by you guys. Maybe some of you watched it already. Maybe some of you haven't. But either way, we're going to check it out right now, and I'll give you my thoughts. I try to play all the way through, but I might have to stop it. But let's see how it goes. All right. Here we go.
Now at 6, a UPS worker paid to deliver packages instead appears to steal at least one of them, an expensive Apple Watch in South LA.
KTLA's Carlos Salcedo joining us live from Westlake with what the man
Steal at least one of them, an expensive Apple Watch in South LA. Packages instead appear
right here. Okay. So when I first seen this story, I don't know about you guys, but when I first seen this story, the news, it wasn't this channel, it was a different news channel, said, oh, the UPS driver stole a package. I'm like, oh man, I gotta check this out. So of course we see the UPS package car, right? And this is in LA, I believe. Yes, Los Angeles. Right. So you see the person of interest, I guess you could say. They have a helper vest on. I see that right away. I also see street clothes. So automatically, as soon as I seen this video, I'm like, okay, well, that's not a UPS driver, but you know, a couple of the other stations that reported this, they mentioned UPS driver. So we have to be careful with our words, right? And you see the banner on the screen, it says UPS driver appears to open package. So I understand this happened, but at the same time, like, it just goes to show you sometimes the news don't actually have the wording or the verbiage 100% correct. And so I know this is bad. It's not a good look on a company, but it's not a driver. It's a driver helper, because I see the helper vest and I see the street clothes, right? Now, a few years back, our driver helpers during peak season, they used to give them uniforms, right? And so I think what happened was they'll give them like one uniform and they'll have to keep washing it, wear it to work and this and that. And so what happens is after the season was over, it was hard for management to get those uniforms back. And so they were pretty much just throwing uniforms away. So I remember when they had uniforms, then it evolved to they gave them like a helper jacket, you know, since it's, you know, kind of cold that time of year mostly. They give them a helper jacket, like a little half zip, little puffer coat, you know, UPS branded puffer coat, helper jacket, right? They gave them that. So that lasted maybe a year or two. And then that was gone because they weren't returning the helper jackets, right? So now they give them the little halfway reflective helper vest. It's brown with yellow lettering and yellow reflectors or whatever. And that's what they wear. It says UPS, but you know, you really have to be looking to see what it says. But this is a driver helper. All right. It's pretty, if you ask me, it's pretty pathetic. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Here's to steal at least one of them, an expensive Apple Watch in South LA.
KTLA's Carlos Salcedo joining us live from Westlake with what the man who was supposed to receive the watch is saying about the theft. Carlos.
Yeah, the package was tossed into a neighbor's recycling bin after it was ripped open, and its contents inside were snatched. The suspect, a UPS worker, and tonight we've learned that the seasonal employee no longer works there.
All right, so what you gonna do with the Apple Watch? I mean, I have one, but you know, I guess you're gonna what? You're gonna activate it and wear it? I mean, a stolen Apple Watch, you're gonna link it to your phone, or you're gonna go and sell it? For how much? I don't understand thieves, man. I don't understand. Maybe I'm off, but I don't get it. What, you gonna use it? You gonna sell it? I don't understand. And you know, the helpers, they get paid pretty decently. I want to say our helpers this year got paid $21 an hour. Back when I started driving, helper pay was like $8.50. And so a decent wage, all you have to do is just help the driver, but yet you out here stealing. Let's keep going.
It's no secret that porch pirates are getting more brazen, snatching up delivered packages on people's doorsteps just in time for the holiday blitz. But what if the pirate turns out to be the person responsible for making that delivery?
After they left, I went to check if there was something outside the door, but I didn't see anything.
That's what happened Monday afternoon in the South LA neighborhood.
Look at this guy, man. Yo, he got the jean shorts on. Let's keep going. I'm sorry.
When a UPS delivery guy came to Elio Chavez's home on West 88.
All right, so see what he did. He acted like he was going to walk through the gate. Then he quickly looked back at the package car to see if the driver was looking at him. Then he decided to go ahead and do what he was going to do. But he checked. He looked back. So I'm guessing if the driver was watching him, if he would have still did what he did. Let's keep going.
8th Street.
You see my house, you can see the camera. There is a sign that it says smile. That you're in the camera.
But instead of dropping
know
off
what
an
house it
Apple
was?
Watch Chavez had purchased for his wife, the UPS worker makes his move, hiding behind a bush, and then tosses an empty package into a neighbor's receptacle.
So he takes the package out. He takes the watch out, allegedly, Then he throws the empty package in the trash can next door. Everything caught on camera. Just pitiful. Let's go.
Recycling bin.
I went open it and I saw the empty bag.
Chavez then got this notification informing him that his package had been delivered. After checking his surveillance cameras, Chavez looked inside his neighbor's recycle bin and saw an empty package.
I never expected someone from UPS.
Look, he just chilling. He just, hey, I'm going back to the car. Yeah, like nothing happened. You're screwing over your driver. You're screwing over your driver because you just stole a package. Now you're going back to the car like everything is all good. You know what? Let's keep going.
The person in charge to deliver my package taking my wife's Apple Watch.
After notifying UPS, they opened up an investigation, ultimately terminating the seasonal employee.
All right, so look at this. Okay, so one of the problems is, right? One of the problems is when it's peak season time and UPS is hiring driver helpers, right? I see it. They need a lot, right? So it's rapid fire hire, right? It's like bringing everybody in. Hey, you know somebody? Do you know people? You get somebody, bring them in. And so they have to hire so many driver helpers at one time. Like you can't possibly vet these people. And so you're hiring any and everybody. Like I've seen the range from, a kid that's still in high school all the way to a lady. A few years back, I seen this lady. She had to be in her 60s. And, nothing's wrong with that. Shouts out to her. But, I think she showed up with some high heels on. So we had to tell her, hey, you can't work with those high heels. But it's a wide range of people that apply for these jobs. And it's very, very easy to get. Now, I understand why UPS, they're not able to vet these people extensively just because the amount of people that they need right now, right? So I get it. So the quality of people you're going to get is going to be watered down. It's not going to be the top of the top. I get it. And that's a problem. And that's one of the problems. So I don't know how they could fix that just because they need so many people and it's only a temporary gig. So it's like you're not going to get the top quality people because the job is easy too. At the same time, the job is simple. You sit there, you help the driver out. You just give the driver whatever he or she needs. Hey, run these 2 packages right here and come right back. That's easy. Hey, you shouldn't have to say, hey, by the way, don't steal. You shouldn't have to do that, right? So that's one of the problems. I'm not sure if that could be fixed, but just me knowing what goes on, that's one of the problems. Now, I have been blessed to have had some good driver helpers, right? My son helped me this past season. The season before, I had a really good driver helper. The season before that, I had a really good driver helper. But if you're a driver, I'm going to give you some tips, right? If you have your driver helper with you, let's say you're driving, right? Driving down the street, y'all just relaxing, chilling, right? If you look at your driver helper, look over there. And if they look at you, keep driving. You look over there again. If they look at you a second time, okay. But that third time, this is what you do, right? The third time, you look at them You look away, and you look right back at. If they still looking at you, that's a problem. I will get rid of them, because if they're watching what you're doing, I don't trust them. I'm sorry. That's my criteria. That's what I use. It might sound a little silly, but look, if they're watching you like that, I can't trust them. I'm sorry. You might be able to trust them, but I won't trust them. I'm just saying, hey, try that next time. And I'm not saying this could have been prevented, but this is horrible. Let's keep going. Let's try to finish this.
Saying in a statement, quote, "This incident does not reflect our values. We have no tolerance for theft. UPS employees are trained to perform their jobs with integrity and professionalism, and we are committed to provide."
We talked about integrity, last week on the live, and I was saying that's one of the hidden qualifications, like to be a worker, not so much a driver, just a worker, period. I mean, anywhere really, but we was talking about at UPS, like you got to have integrity, you know? Like, come on, man.
providing reliable and secure delivery to customers.
Check your notifications when they say that this
Sneaky,
is being
man.
delivered.
He's sneaky.
And that's the only way that you can see if actually you got the product in your house or it got stolen.
Then he wore the jean shorts. I mean, come on. Yo, you got the low cut jean shorts, the baggy jean shorts. Like you couldn't even wear some more athletic shorts in order to, you know what? I don't know. Let's keep going.
And that's the message that Chavez hopes to get across, to make sure to track your delivery packages. And in this case, he's thankful because he was able to get a refund on this stolen item. We're live in Westlake. Carlos Salcedo, KTLA 5 News.
All right. So that's that. First video, driver helper going rogue. And we don't even know what else was stolen, you know, from this driver helper, or what other items that this driver helper stole in the midst of the season. Like, we don't know. All we know is that this was caught on camera, right? And it got reported. It was a higher value item. And so, you know, I mean, what if it was like a kitty litter box, a box of kitty litter, you know? It might not be reported to the news, but, you know, we don't know. All I'm saying is that the implications, you have people inside, and this worker is considered inside because he's a worker for the company. You're stealing from the inside. Those implications, like a UPS doesn't have, I'm sure they do have a budget, but like you don't want to have a budget to where, hey, we have to make sure we allocate 6% of the budget has to go to paying claims due to damaged packages or lost or stolen packages, right? And so you know what? I'm gonna give my thoughts. Let's play the second video. Let's see if we can get it up here.
Fine, police want you to see a package ordered, a package delivered, and a package stolen. The person accepting the Apple MacBook Pro even showing an ID.
Hey, my guy didn't even use 3 points of contact, man. That's all right. Let's go.
With the correct name and address of the person who ordered it. But Irvine police say this package pirate was impersonating the homeowner who had ordered the pricey MacBook Pro and intercepted it before it ever made it to the porch. Take a look. That's the real
MacBook Pro. Man, oh man. I love those computers. Beast of a system. But our package car driver, he pulls up in a pretty clean package car, by the way. He must have just washed it. But he pulls up. This gentleman's already waiting on a curb. He got his phone out. Looks like he has credentials or showing, hey, I got this tracking number. And it's crazy because what it seems as if the homeowner that's his package, he's waiting right there. At least I think that's him. Let's go.
real homeowner at the gate waiting for his MacBook Pro and thinking the other person was getting a different delivery.
Yeah, so if the customer who's supposed to be getting the MacBook Pro, if he would have known that the guy was actually waiting to to steal his package, I'm sure he wouldn't be just standing there chilling. Man, that's wild. Let's keep going.
All started with the man in the white shirt and dark slacks hanging out on the sidewalk in an Irvine neighborhood. When the UPS driver pulls up with a delivery for that address, the man greets the driver, shows him a fake ID representing himself as the person who actually lives there. He signs for it and is handed the package.
Have a nice day.
And watching all of this is the real homeowner standing just steps away at the gate to his front porch. And that's
My thing is this: how did he know? I mean, okay. So if the driver checked the ID, he matched the ID or the fake ID with the name and address on the actual package, how did guy in the white shirt, the suspect, I guess you can call him, like, how did he know, one, the MacBook was coming, and two, like, does he know the actual homeowner that actually was supposed to be getting the package to know his name and his address? I mean, of course you know the address, but his name, man, that's wild. Is that his brother or something? Like, all right, let's keep going.
That's when the driver asks him.
Does he live here?
No, I don't know who he is.
Okay.
That's when the man who intercepted the package just drives away with the stolen MacBook Pro he intercepted with his fake ID.
Did you have something being delivered?
Yes.
What was the name on it?
That's when the driver and the homeowner realize something is wrong and a theft has just occurred.
But how did the guy know? That's what I'm saying. Like, this video, it seems to me, might be like a little flawed, because how did the guy know, hey, UPS about to pull up with the MacBook, yo, and I'm gonna go ahead and show him this fake ID. I'm acting like I'm talking to somebody. By the way, this is really good surveillance too. It's a really good camera, but I hate to believe that it's an inside job, but okay, let's keep going.
Irvine police hope someone will recognize the man in the video and give them a call.
We got to do this one again. I'm sorry, guys. Let's do this one again.
And police want you to see a package ordered, a package delivered, and a package stolen. The person accepting the Apple MacBook Pro even showing an ID with the correct name and address of the person who ordered it. But Irvine police say this package pirate was impersonating the homeowner who had ordered the pricey MacBook Pro and intercepted it before it ever made it to the porch. Take a look. That's the real homeowner at the gate waiting for his MacBook Pro and thinking the other person was getting a different delivery. It all started with the man in the white shirt and dark slacks hanging out on the sidewalk in an Irvine neighborhood. When the UPS driver pulls up with a delivery for that address, the man greets the driver, shows him a fake ID representing himself as the person who actually lives there. He signs for it and is...
Yeah, so I'm thinking that the driver didn't even check. And so even if the driver, like, I'm just thinking maybe the driver didn't check because this guy would have to have this guy's name and address on a fake ID with, I'm guessing, his picture. So let me just assume that the driver didn't check. Even if the driver did not check, how did this guy in the white shirt know that delivery was coming? He's hanging out at the right place at the right time. It's like, I don't want to say this seems like an inside job, but it definitely looks a little fishy. Yeah, I'm not sure.
handed the package.
Have a nice day.
And watching all of this is the real homeowner standing just steps away at the gate to his front porch. And that's when the driver asks him.
Does he live here?
No, I don't know who he is.
Okay.
That's when the man who intercepted the package just drives away with the stolen MacBook Pro he intercepted with his fake ID.
Did you have something?
Man, let me tell you, look, if I have a MacBook showing up, if I have a MacBook getting delivered, I don't know, it's just me. I'm running outside. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's not most people, but man, I don't know about this one. All right, so let's just say that people are getting very, very sophisticated in the trickery, in the thievery, and trying to outsmart the system. I mean, outsmarting the recipient, the supposedly recipient of the MacBook Pro, right in front of him. Like he just stole the laptop from right in front of his face that he paid for. I don't know how more bold you can be. Like, I don't know. But this one had me puzzled because I didn't really watch this before the live stream, but it just doesn't make sense to me. All right. First video, right? We have the driver helper, took it upon himself to steal the Apple Watch and left the empty package in the next door neighbor's recycling bin. Second video, right? Random guy. He pacing up and down the sidewalk, waiting for a package that's not his, but is for the homeowner that's at home, also waiting for the package. I guess allegedly he shows a fake ID, which I'm not sure if the driver verified, because I was presented with an ID. A customer approached me wanting his package. I talked about this last week, and he gave me his ID, and it had a different address. So his name matched up with the name on the package, but I think he's from another state. It's like a Utah address. So I was like, "Hey, do you have something else to show that you live here?" And so I know my neighborhood well, so I asked him, a couple of the streets that's in the neighborhood, and he was able to name a couple of the streets. I said, "Okay." I turned the package over, he signed it, whatever, but I checked, and I'm not really sure if this driver checked. Maybe he did. I don't know. It's just this whole situation looks a little fishy if you ask me. But I say all that to say this. Wait, I'll give you my thoughts here in a minute. Let's jump into the live chat. Okay. Yeah, random Gaki. Yeah, man, push through, man. Yeah, 156 punches and they have to promote. Yeah, yep, that's true. So just keep grinding it out. Y'all all work as much as y'all can so they can open up more full-time positions. Yeah, Marcus, yeah, they are bold. I mean, right in front of the recipient. Crazy. Yeah, he had to have intel. He had to. It's no way. It's no way. And I'm also assuming he had a tracking. I don't know. But yeah, it seems like real fishy inside. I don't know. Oh, you think the homeowner's in on it? Okay, so you think the customer was in on it. So I guess possibly the customer in on it, then maybe he knew the guy in the white shirt. He gonna call where he got it from, say, hey, the package was stolen. I don't know. But yeah, but the guy signed for it. Oh, man, that's crazy. I don't know. Like, I just don't know what the guy in the red shirt has to gain by trying to scam. I guess maybe to get 2 laptops. I don't know. He's kind of crazy. And then, why be on camera? If you're gonna say, hey, one was stolen from me, I didn't have anything to do with it. Like, don't go on camera. I don't know. It's crazy to me. Some nice cameras though. You know what I'm saying? Mike Bigger said, when the customers come to me on a route looking for a package, I tell them I can't release it to them to avoid this. Yeah, I don't like when customers do that. It's kind of a pain. I don't like it. Like, I know a lot of people might be like, oh, well, it's one less stop. But yeah, that's cool and everything. But look, I'm trying to work. Now you in my space, while I'm trying to work. All right. So let me give y'all my thoughts. And we'll bring this full circle, right? So we reviewed 2 videos. Like I said, the UPS driver helper. And then now you have the random guy on the sidewalk did an intercept. with the MacBook. It was probably a Pro. Maybe it was a MacBook Air. I don't know. Either way, one, you have an insider, and two, you have a person on the outside that's committing theft that the company's going to have to pay for, right? And that's an expense that most companies they expect, but they don't want it, right? I mean, like nobody's going to be okay with, hey, here's your net pay on a Friday, but yeah, we're going to have to take, 2% because of this expense or that expense. Like nobody wants their money compromised because, somebody decided to take something that wasn't theirs, right? And so, as much as this goes on, whether it's inside of facilities or it's on the street or if it's in a car or whatever, as much as this goes on, you have to wonder, like, okay, at what point will this expense become too much to overcome? Now, I respect everyone's opinion. I respect everyone's angle or whatever they believe in. It's cool. Like we all have an opinion. We all have our views, right? Now, there's a group of subset of people that really, really they're focusing on management, the CEO, what decisions being made, what decisions are not being made, right? And no one talks about this, right? This is a problem. This is happening right next to you, right under your nose, every day, and nobody talks about it. And so I think, and this is just my opinion, right? We're going to keep it real right here on Brick Dot Media, right? My opinion, if you keep that same energy for those people that you may know that might be doing some dirt, right? I think that's just as important because in that situation, you can actually make a difference. If you complain about management, you're not making a difference, right? But if you see something like this happens or you voice your opinion about it or your disdain about it, it can possibly move the needle. Complaining about the CEO, that's not going to do anything. You're just exerting a lot of energy for nothing. A lot of energy. What's going to happen? Right? So that's all I'm saying. That's my view on it. It's not right. People are dirty. As you can see, it happens all the time. It happens every day. It happens probably closer to you than you think. And most people don't say anything. And then if people knew, people still won't say anything. But this is a problem. And so if you want to make a difference, in my opinion, you could start with things you actually can control. And that's one, your actions. And if you see something weird, you might have to say something.